this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for January 9th. And we are going to have a new moon in Capricorn. So I want to talk a little bit about Capricorn energy so that you guys understand what this new beginning is going to mean for you. Now, a new moon signifies new energy, a new focus. In this case, you're going to be focusing on new goals about moving forward. You're going to be centralizing your thought process around setting up a solid foundation, how you can achieve your goals, making career success plans. And this stuff is going to happen automatic as you begin moving forward with thoughts about the future. Now, we do have Mercury in Capricorn, and it's important to touch on all the Capricorn energy that's going on at the time of this new moon, because it will give you a bigger foundation of how to understand the energy. So the way to understand this energy is we have Pluto in Capricorn, and it is conjunct the sun in Capricorn. At the same time, we have this new moon in Capricorn. So when we have Pluto in Capricorn and the sun conjunct in Capricorn, we're thinking about what we desire. We're thinking about securing our foundation, but it has to be something that we deeply desire. It has to be something that completely resonates with us that we're going to be focusing on. We're going to be extremely goal-oriented in this energy. This energy is about setting up realistic goals and making a plan on how to achieve them. It's important also to understand that Saturn rules Capricorn energy. And right now, Saturn is in Sagittarius, and it's going to be conjunct with Venus in Sagittarius. So this is extremely elevated thinking. So when we're setting up these goals, we're setting up these goals that are going to last for quite some time. I want to say that these goals can mean for us that there is some sort of research that we're going to be doing. We're going to be elevating our experience when we're setting up these goals. So these goals are the big, big, ambitious goals. This is like, you know, career success plans, going back to school. This is going to be about, you know, setting up a business. Now, Mercury is retrograde in Capricorn. And when Mercury's retrograde in Capricorn, we're probably going to be very reflective as well during this new moon. So this new moon has a lot going on in it. And when we're setting up these goals, they're either going to be with somebody that's past related, or somebody that's past related can bring upon opportunity. So somebody could come back from your past and get you really excited about a new goal that you had been thinking about in your past. You could also have some sort of creative thought process that you've been thinking about for some time, because you have Saturn in Sagittarius and Venus is conjunct, and Venus is a very creative energy. And so for some of you, this could be extremely out of the box thinking about your future. Maybe you are completely detoured. Maybe you were on a career life path destiny, and now you are honestly going to veer off and go on in a completely different direction. This could be stimulated by some very expansive thinking people in your lives. And as you are having conversations, as these people are coming back into your life, they are asking you to wrap your head around their goals that they see for your future. Some of you have had some dramatic changes in authority as well as at jobs. I know that I did. A manager at my job, an authority figure that I actually loved working with, it just, the title changed, and there was a dramatic ending to that particular position that I had been relying on. And he was an authority figure. And I had warned some of you guys about the fact that, you know, Authority figures could dramatically change in your job. Mentors could get another job and you no longer have that mentor. And so that person may have been somebody that you're leaning on to help you create a solid foundation in your job. But that change is dramatic. Anytime that you have Uranus in here squaring off with all this Capricorn energy, it means that there could be losses of authority figure, changes in management, changes in structures in your jobs is very possible. So this new moon brings about new beginnings in all these areas, because as these structures change, it creates opportunity. A new manager may come in. That new manager may structure your business or may restructure your job title, and then in turn it may lead you completely on a different career life path destiny. For some of you, that means, you know what, I was in this job for this manager and this manager is leaving, and so now, you know what, I'm not willing to stick this job out anymore, and so I'm going to venture out and do what I've been thinking about doing for some time. You know, that there was a past pull, you've been thinking about this for a long time, and this is the motivation that you needed to make a change. It's a very beautiful new moon. It has a lot of interesting aspects. The new moon in this case is going to be significant foundation change. This is going to be seeds that you're going to be planting that have to do with how you structure your life, how you empower yourself in the midst of chaos, in the midst of change, and it's also going to be about how you maintain your personal power in that process. I mean, it's super important that you understand, because we have the Sun and we have Pluto squaring off with Uranus in this energy. Some of you are going to have to stay empowered, and that's very difficult when you're talking about people and maybe a place that you got to know really well, and maybe the structure changes. You know, they're asking you to relocate and move to a different area in order to maintain your position, and maybe some of you are going to have to detour off it. It's a dramatic change. Whenever you have Uranus in a square with your Sun, which is your desire, and with Pluto, the planet of power, how you empower your others, and how the power of a structure in your life, you're talking about possibly either an awakening, a rude awakening in the fact that where you have been focusing your goals, it could now dramatically change. Maybe your career life path destiny takes a dramatic change as people come into your life and stimulate you to go in a different direction, and now you have a new opportunity. That can be a little unsettling. How do you stay empowered when you're completely changing everything? If you do not like change, if you have a hard time with power and control issues yourself, you're going to want to try to control your destiny, and for some of you, that's really different. Remember that new moons are a new beginning. It's new energy. It's new enthusiasm. It's new hope. If you can make the vibration go in that direction. For some of you, this change is going to drag your vibration into the negative vibration and energy, because you're going to have a hard time having faith that things are going to turn out all right in the midst of chaos for some of you. But anyhow, that is the general energies that are going on in this new moon. I'll be right back to tell you how this is going to affect your Sun, your Moon, and your rising sign. Hey Aries, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for the new moon in Capricorn. And for you, this new moon in a high vibration is going to signify that there is some transformation in your work environment. There may be an ending in your work environment, so that there can be a new beginning. Anytime we have any kind of ending, for you, this could be a management change. This could be the fact that you have not received the recognition that you were promised, or maybe a promotion, or maybe the raise that was promised in a job. And so you need to do some thinking about the longevity of this particular position. This is all going to be going on in your 10th house, and that's your career life path destiny. So for you, I I think this isn't going to be so much about the past for you. This is going to be about moving forward. It is, I mean, there's a beautiful harmonious trine in energy right now. So for some of you, you may find that if you push yourself in the direction that could be past related, so perhaps somebody comes back from the past that has a tremendously wonderful opportunity or gets you really jazzed up about a past-based endeavor, you're going to find that there's a harmonious trine of energy and that you can easily flow in that direction if you want to. Or the bottom line is, this is such great energy for you in a high vibration. You could be okay in your job. There could really be nothing going on. And you're just going to stay exactly where you are. And you're going to try to build your career life path destiny in the current position that you are because you're satisfied, but you want to elevate yourself, but you see it happening in this particular position. That's the high vibration. Low vibration in this particular energy is that you're rethinking where you're at. And there's some unsettling energy with the way that you are thinking about this particular this particular time in your life. It seems like you're stuck. It seems like you're not going anywhere. And that can lead you to believe that, you know, what happens is you become very critical of where you're at, lowers your vibration, and then you need to find a way to escape the fact that you are not exactly in a good place. You could be very moody, very pessimistic about the future. This is a new beginning, but you're like, new beginning, there's no new beginning. I see no opportunity. I see no change. I see no need to do anything about it. I'm fine where I am. And you could have that kind of attitude. If you find that you are getting pessimistic or that you are not overly optimistic in this energy, then that tells you that you're in a lower vibration, that there's a higher potential for you. And if you get on board with all this Capricorn energy that is being stimulated in just about every personal planet, also if you start to grasp the Sagittarian energy, which is so fantastic in this energy, it means that there's room to expand. This is very expansive thinking. I really would like you to focus there. It doesn't mean that you have to, because again, you have harmonious trine energy, so you could stay exactly where you are and you could have a wonderful transit. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next Ask Hi, Taurus. This is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for the new moon that's going to be in Capricorn. Now for you, your ruler is in Sagittarius, and it is conjunct with Saturn during this event. So I think the new beginning, the structure that you are going to be focusing on is actually going to be something to do with relationships or a creative endeavor that you see moving forward, or it could mean that you're trying to plan a trip. You're trying to make a goal for like some big journey that you want to go on. But this is something that is past related because, again, Saturn rules Capricorn energy. So your ruler is conjunct with Saturn, which is, you know, the ruler of all the energy that's going on. We've got Mercury in retrograde right now in Capricorn. We've got the Sun and Pluto conjunct with Capricorn. So whatever this is for you, it is a big goal, a long-term goal, a goal that has something to do with your structure and foundation. So it could mean that you're looking at your relationship intensely and you are thinking about the long haul with this person. This person probably is somebody that is expanding your goals, and it is causing a lot of creative energy in your mind, which is wonderful. That's perfect for new beginning energy. So positive vibration is for you. This relationship or this creative endeavor is going to be something that I think you've been thinking about for a while. You've been thinking about changing your life, your goals, your structure for a while. And you're actually revisiting those ideas. They seem like there's a concept that in there that you could actually do. So let's say some of you have a dream to move somewhere else. and you've wanted to move away for a really long time. You're sick of where you're living. So you may be in a relationship that is encouraging you to revisit those ideals from the past, and they're stimulating you and saying, well, why can't we move there? Like, why can't we fulfill that part of your dream? You know, I've got this job and I can transfer there. Or, you know, maybe it's a place that you guys both want to travel abroad to, and, you know, you've just now hooked up with a partner, and this could be a companion. This could be a partner that you work with. Maybe you want to relocate your business there, and your partner's down with that. They're sick of where they're at too, and this person is very encouraging. You know, to me, this energy suggests that whatever it is out of the norm of what you were normally doing. This is a whole new concept, right? And this energy is very stimulating. You are in a trine with Uranus in this energy. And with this new moon in Capricorn, this can mean elevated thinking in an area where you get to be free to express yourself and free to make new decisions and create new hope about the long-term goals that you have. This isn't about staying stuck anymore. This is about reaching potential, creating opportunity, somewhat past related, because you work with Mercury and Capricorn energy, because God help me, don't start anything super brand new. Say you have a brand new idea and it just pops in your head and you've never had it before. Not the energy to develop. You need to develop like past-based goals. Like perhaps you'd always wanted to live somewhere, or perhaps you wanted to, you know, be this when you grew up, and then you abandoned the idea as you got stuck in, you know, the material world, and you had this old dream, and now this dream can become a reality as you're surrounding yourself with different friends. Low vibration of this energy. You could be too idealistic about this. So be very practical and look at the reality of your situation. Don't get caught in the fact that you get so dreamy that you're not as practical about setting this goal. Capricorn energy in a high vibration is very practical. It is goal oriented. The goals are real. They actually really achieve them. They're not dreamy. They're not so dreamy like let's win the lottery and so we can buy, you know, this place and this, you know, like if we wanted to buy a cabin in Colorado so that we could go skiing all the time. That's super dreamy, perhaps unrealistic. No, what's realistic is, are you in a job? Is there some way? Are you involved with a relationship that it could actually get you to achieve that goal? It's very practical thinking. As long as you stay, whatever goal comes up, whatever dream comes up, whatever hope comes up, as long as it's based in reality, it will be supported. And then you can plant that new seed in all of this Capricorn, gorgeous earth energy that can actually manifest and grow and create a solid structure for you to actually build these dreams on, these hopes and these goals on. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological. Hi Gemini, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is the energetic reading for the new moon that is going to be in Capricorn. Now for you, we have a lot of Capricorn energy, and your ruler is in Capricorn energy. So the new moon is going to be conjunct your ruler, and this is all going to be happening for you in transforming your future, right? This is the future goals, the future foundation, the solidity of the future for you. This is a very important time for you to be really reflective. Remember, Mercury right now is in Capricorn. It is in retrograde. Anytime your ruler is in retrograde, you are reflecting, you are thinking about past-based goals. You are looking at perhaps where your structure was not adequate, where you lost power. Remember that the Sun and Pluto are conjunct, and Mercury is and Mercury is in retrograde. So perhaps there was a past-based endeavor that you were pouring a lot of your energy on. Perhaps there was a business that you had a goal with in the past, and somehow, in some way, there was some sort of ending, or you could not bring that goal to fruition. In this energy, you can revisit that goal. You can restructure that past-based endeavor or that goal that you had to actually create a solid foundation moving forward. Whatever it is, you want to stay focused in reflective energy. It's very important for you to elevate your thinking about the status that you have, the foundation, the structure that you have. And then you want to look at this in a really big scale, because Capricorn energy is about creating goals that have a futuristic thought process, that you will inevitably create recognition, success, monetary gain. That is all. But it's based on a solid foundation. So you're not going to be blowing around, and the twins aren't going to be having different conversations. In this energy, you're going to unite the twins. You're going to be able to fully focus. And the focus in this energy I like for you, because sometimes when you have a lot of Gemini energy, it can be hard to focus on one goal. Because when you start focusing on one goal, then your little creative mind gets going and you start to expand your thinking, and it starts to go off on all of these goals. And before you know it, you're thinking about 100 things and there's no focus on one. And when our energy gets distributed sporadically, we can't get what we want. So if you want something specifically, if you're reflecting about the past, you're looking at past-based goals, and you're trying to be goal-oriented, then what you need to do is get all of your energy focusing on one solid goal, which will be exceptionally easy in this energy because it's Capricorn energy. Saturn is conjunct Venus in this energy as well. Saturn rules Capricorn energy. So you have the possibility, if you would like, to harness energy to get control over where your mental faculties go in this energy, which is really cool for Gemini energy. I know, I have a Gemini rising. If there's a bird that flies by the window that I'm sitting in front of, I'm like, birdie, I can't even freaking pay attention to what I'm talking about. Then I forget what I'm talking about in my video. Like, that's how bad a Gemini energy can get. You know, it's cute, it's fun to be around Geminis, but it can be very difficult for them to focus on one goal. Sometimes I'll get on a creative goal. I'll be like, I'm going to create this graphic. And then I'm like, oh, but if I created this graphic, I could do this and this with it. And then before I know it, I've got a project that's bigger than what I could ever finish. And then I never actually finished the original graphic. I mean, that's happened to me. We both know how many times I've changed my channel. Like, it's crazy. So the low vibration of this energy is you're going to have to set up positive routines that really honestly support the reality of what you're trying to create. Capricorn energy is very focused on what they want. Their routines are precise. They know what they want, they target it, they lock and load on it, and they get it. And they will work and work and work in order to get it. They stay focused on and they get it every time. Like a Capricorn success rate, 100% if they really want it. So you are going to have the emotional desire and the emotional intensity to back up where you're going. So let's say you have this big dream, this goal, and you're just Geminiing it out, and you're researching it, and it's a past-based goal, and you kind of revisited it in the past, and so you know where it was kind of going wrong, and now you're trying to move forward. Say you want to own your own business, and you were trying to own your own business in a different type of a business, but now you kind of have the structure of where everything went wrong with that business to move forward with a new goal regarding this kind of same concept in a business, then you have to set up routines and you have to put in the work. This is about diligently putting in the work. This is about being relentless in putting in the work. So do not let this get to the point to where you are not diligent in putting in the work, because Capricorn energy, Saturn It's not going to be supported. You're going to fall into the lower vibrations. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrology. Hi, Cancer. This is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for the new moon that's going to be happening in Capricorn. Now, I want to talk about this with you because you, especially if you have a rising sign in Capricorn energy, but the opposite of Capricorn, of Cancer energy is Capricorn energy. That is your opposite energy. So it is also an energy that you understand. You have the same goals. It is a cardinal energy for you, so it is an energy that you can relate to. So for you, the new moon that is going to be happening, and remember, new moons and full moons affect you, even if it doesn't have anything to do with, the Cancer-based energy. These affect you the most because you're ruled by the moon. And so you get a new beginning in a certain area every single month, right? Even if it's not your new moon, you feel enthusiastic, you feel the newness of energy, you feel optimistic right around a new moon if it's not heavily aspected in a negative way regarding any of your energy. So this new moon is going to be in the house of others, in relationships, in partnerships. And for you, it's going to be conjunct Mercury in Capricorn, which is in retrograde. So the energy for you is a past-based relationship, partnership, or union could come back and want to reunite, or it could start the conversations about, and this is a slow-moving energy. Capricorn energy is not Gemini energy. It's not fast-moving. It doesn't just switch directions. Capricorn energy is deliberate. So if this relationship does come back from the past, then it is going to be something that you are going to slowly adapt into your life and into your future and into your goals for the future. It is going to be, you're going to be talking a lot, you're going to be sharing ideas, you're going to be making sure that your goals are the same as your partner's goals in this energy. Now, this does not have to be romantic partnerships. This could be that you had a friend that was from your past, that you guys just had a good exchange of ideas often. And so this person is saying, remember when we talked about this old idea about starting up a business? Remember when we had that? Well, look, what do you think of that? Like, I've been thinking a lot about it, and they could contact you, and it could start up the need to have the discussion about this past-based endeavor. This is very directional and very goal-oriented energy. If some of you are in established bonds at this point, then what that means for you is you're going to be thinking about the future with this person. You're going to be comparing it to the past, and you're going to make sure that you guys, have a really solid foundation to move forward with. So in a high vibration, this relationship is empowering. This relationship has your same goals. This relationship is very stimulating. It makes you want to set powerful rituals and goals for you to move forward with. You can see a future with this person. This is beautiful energy. The seed that you could be planting is a relationship that lasts you a lifetime, that gives you the recognition that you want, that gives you the foundation that you want, that supports your goals. It could be a very beautiful relationship. It could be a companion. It could be a companion that maybe you don't want a relationship ever again. Maybe you have a friend that you have been developing a companionship. Many of us don't have traditional relationships anymore, and probably we don't because we have Venus and Saturn conjunct in Sagittarian energy. So the structure of our relationships are non-traditional right now. They are out of the box thinking, I want to say. So for some of us, we could have companions that we don't really call our boyfriend or our girlfriend or our relationship, or perhaps we just want to live together. We don't want the traditional let's get married and sign everything on a dotted line and split up all of our assets that way. Like, we don't want that. So we could be involved in relationships that have a strange dynamic, a very interesting dynamic to them. They could be multicultural. That is highly supported in this energy. Because remember, Saturn rules Capricorn energy, and this is relationship energy. So I would take a look at some of my relationships, my friendships, and see where they're headed, companionships, and see where they're headed. If they're supporting your goals, you're probably getting a little closer to these relationships. And that doesn't have to be romantic. It just means that you are starting to invest faith, trust, and hope in these particular relationships. Now, negative vibration of this energy, I'm going to tell you right now, there is none. Can you believe it? Like, I am telling you something where I'm not saying something bad about a Cancer. Like, usually there's like, but we got a quincunx and a square, but we don't got that with you. We do have trine energy. And trine energy can be negative. And the way that it can be negative is it just makes you so chill that you don't change anything. It's a harmonious flow of energy. So you're like, why change anything? But this is changing energy. This is new beginning energy. You don't want to miss the boat, right? You don't want to miss planting that seed when the ground is fertile and it's just moist and the temperature's right for it to flourish. So don't get too chill in this energy and think, well, you know what? Nothing's really changing. Life is just going so smooth. Why do I need to do anything? Do something, because you have wonderful energy and partnering energy. I would just reassess and reevaluate, talk about goals, talk about past goals with this partner, see if their goals match your goals. Maybe there's some place you guys want to travel to. I would definitely revisit that. That's all this Venus and Saturn, and Sagittarius. So that's wandering energy. So maybe you guys got to start planning some trips. Highly supported in this energy. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner. And I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi, Leo. This is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner. And this is your energetic reading for the new moon that's going to be happening in Capricorn. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit more about this with you because you have an aspect that I think is kind of significant. So your ruler is the sun, and the sun is in Capricorn, right? This new moon is in Capricorn. And Pluto is conjunct the sun, and then we have the new moon in Capricorn all conjunct, right? They're all working together. So the new moon represents emotional fulfillment, emotional destiny, emotional goals. When we're talking about Capricorn energy, we're talking about recognition, support, emotional support in the goals that you have been starting to set up for you. These goals have to do with the rituals that it takes to generate success, right? This has to do with life-work balance. You have to be really focused on that. So as you desire something, as you get super enthusiastic, and as you start to feel empowered, like, oh my God, my dream could come true, my creative endeavor could come true, people are starting to see it, you start to pour all of your focus into making this happen. And that's where you identify yourself, right? You identify yourself through the recognition. So I do want to say that is wonderful. Creating desire and enthusiasm that is emotionally motivated as well as through desire is how you create success. That is what a Capricorn does. They have this amazing ability to align their emotional momentum with their desire, and those two, they never take their eye off the ball. So they are incredibly successful in energy if they really want it. And that's what it's going to take for you to get ahead. So you are probably at this point really, you've been working and working diligently on something that you deeply desire, something that you want, something that's going to create structure and foundation for the future. And this is a goal that probably you have had for some time, but you've been pouring significant amount of energy into. Now it's about creating rituals in your life and structure in your life to where you can actually support what it's going to take as far as within your desire and your emotional momentum, to stay focused on that. It can be really cool when you're getting the recognition that you need. So some of you are starting to get that. Some of you are starting to feel like, you know, that business that you started, or that you know, that creative endeavor that you have been, you know, pouring your heart and soul into, it's starting to pick up and it's starting to give you the recognition. What can happen sometimes is when that happens, you think, I need to play a little bit, man. I've been working so hard, and you pull back a little bit on the passion that you have for this. So high vibration of this energy is that you are starting to feel the benefits of the hard work that you've been doing on this past-based endeavor. Now, Mercury at this time too is in retrograde. At the time that the new moon is in Capricorn, your sun and Pluto is all in Capricorn, and all of this energy is working with you. So guess what this means for you? New beginnings, right? New beginnings in the fact that all the hard work is going to generate probably some monetary success at this point. Is going to generate a lot more emotional motivation to move forward with this goal. It's creating a lot more desire, because as you're getting recognition or possibly creating monetary gain, you are now seeing that it's starting to pay off, which is very significant for you. So this has a very transformative quality to it. This energy feels very stimulating to me. It feels like there's a lot of enthusiasm for this goal that you have. Now, the only negative vibration that I can see is that Uranus is squaring off with all this Capricorn energy. So, with this new moon for you. So, don't get big-headed. Okay, don't get cocky and ego-oriented and thinking, you know, you're just hot crap. Okay, don't do it. You know, it's very easy for a Leo to get full of themselves, and for them to think, well, you know, maybe I should start driving up the prices. Maybe I should start, you know, maybe I'm this level, so maybe I deserve this kind of recognition. And you're going to get, some of you could be getting very ego-oriented and very difficult to take for some of the immediate people in your life. Understand that you need to go back to what you originally valued about the success. So I'm sure that there was monetary gain that was involved in the success-based endeavor, but let's get back to the roots of what, if you're looking back at the past and when you started this goal, when you wanted to lay down this foundation, what was it that you were really hoping and desiring to do? Like for me, when I started my channel, okay, fine. So I would love to make it into a business that I do all the time so that I don't have to work 2 jobs. Okay, that was definitely part of my thinking. But the biggest part of my thinking was I wanted to talk about astrology, and I wanted to enlighten people that energy can be manipulated, and that if they're in a bad point in their life, then every day there's a chance for a new energy. That's what I wanted. But it can be you can lose sight of that as monetary gain starts to become the focus. What you value is all of the material possessions that you value. You can be a very materialistic sign. You have to be very careful that you are not focusing on the material aspects, the material monetary gain, that you're still focusing on the bottom line, ascension type qualities in these goals. So this is elevating you. This is expansion inside of you. This is about helping and being a humanitarian in energy. So don't forget to pay it forward. If it's becoming beneficial in your life, then please pay it forward. That is super, super important. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next Hi Virgos, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for the new moon that is going to be in Capricorn. Now, I do want to talk about this energy with you because Mercury, your ruler, is going to be in retrograde, and it's in Capricorn energy. We have the Sun and we have Pluto conjunct in Capricorn. So it is in mutual Capricorn energy. We also have Mercury, your ruler, conjunct with the new moon in Capricorn. So that's a lot of Capricorn energy. And I want to also add that at the same time we have Venus and we have in Sagittarius, and we have Saturn and Sagittarius conjunct. Saturn rules Capricorn energy. So when you're looking at aspects in astrology, you have to look at the big picture about what that energy, how it's being stimulated, the overall picture. And the overall picture is past-based goals, past-based creative endeavors, past-based relationships, romantic relationships for you. Maybe that there was a relationship that was in your past that it was romantic and then it fizzled out. That could come forward in energy like this. Now, your ruler being in retrograde means that you are reflecting, you are reassessing in this energy. And when it is conjunct with the new moon, you are reassessing this so that you could plant a seed in some sort of past-based endeavor. So this is very creative thinking energy. This is taking a look at a past-based goal with either a person or with something that you desired, something that's heart-based, right? This is very heart-based energy. So you're going to be reflecting, you're going to be looking back, and you're going to be looking at it, I think, from multiple perspectives, because you have you have Venus and Saturn in Sagittarius, Saturn ruling all the Capricorn energy. So to me, you're looking at this from multiple perspectives. You're trying to make a decision in this energy, and it's moving forward energy. And I think that there is something that you deeply desire that I think challenges, you know, traditional thinking a little bit. So you need to reassess, you need to reevaluate what's going on. So high vibration of this energy for you is that this is something that I think has enough momentum and desire for you personally. It could mean that okay, say you had a past-based goal to work out and look a certain way. You want to, you know, you put on like 20 pounds. In the past, you look like this, and now, currently you look like this. And so it could mean that you decide, you know what, I want to look like that. I remember the rituals that I used to do when I looked like that. And now remember that I'm talking a lot about ritualistic energy and health and fitness and all of that is because Jupiter is in Virgo conjunct the North Node. That's Virgo energy. I like to talk about Virgo energy. So this is stuff that you're taking a look at. Some of you could be looking at doing something with your appearance. You remember how you used to look, or maybe there was a specific style that you liked. And, you're really thinking about revamping your outward appearance, how others perceive you. And this doesn't have to go with just the way that outwardly you're perceived. It could be what your presence is like around people. Maybe there was a time in your life that you were exceptionally confident, right? You approached everything heart-based. You didn't think about the ramifications. You were on fire. You were confident. You were on point. Perhaps you have lost that in some way. We had a lot of, when we have the sun in Capricorn conjunct Pluto in Capricorn, and we have all this Capricorn energy, but the sun and Pluto are squaring off with Uranus. We have had a lot of issues regarding empowering ourselves. So some of us have been being hypercritical of ourselves and why are we here? How did we get here? Our goals were this. How do I look, or how is my life this? And so you're being hypercritical of this in your energy. You thought you would be somewhere. You think very earthbound energy. So you think about setting goals and working hard to achieve them. And you could be frustrated that, you know what, you have been working, you have been diligently doing the work, and what the frack? Like, you're here. Like, what caused that? Reflect on that. That's all. beautiful energy to doing this because pearls come out of reflection. As we compare ourselves with the past or with some sort of past-based ideal that we used to be, there could be a beautiful idea or something that motivates you to create the change that you need to move forward. Negative vibration in this energy for you is that you could be turning to others to help them guide you. You could be having conversations with others that are making you sensitive, and you're actually taking their opinion to heart about why you are who you are, why you lost, the goal that you were trying to achieve, what part you played in it. People could be discouraging you and discouraging your thinking. Don't allow their intensity or their life to reflect on your opinion. It's just an opinion. This is about you being confident about who you are and about the direction that you're going. And so sometimes when we turn to others, the best thing is to pull back and think about things from our perspective, right? This is about freedom of thinking because we've got Venus, in Sagittarius conjunct with Saturn. So this is about setting your own goals. This is about getting what you want. And you've got to really assess what is it that you want, and then you've got to go for it. This is all about you and this energy. This is all first house work. So anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrology. Hi Libra, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for the new moon that's going to be happening in Capricorn. Now, this new moon is interesting for you. Okay, so Venus is in Sagittarius, your ruler, which is conjunct with Saturn, which is in Sagittarius, which rules all the Capricorn energy. Saturn rules Capricorn. So we have Mercury in Capricorn in retrograde. We have the Sun and Pluto conjunct in Capricorn. And then we have your ruler conjunct with Saturn. So there's a lot of energy buzzing around the home and family for you. For you, the goals that you are seeking is to solidify the foundation and structure in your family. You're trying to create a structure in your home environment. A structure that I feel is something that you can rely on. The problem is in communication. You're just such a sweet sign. You want to make everybody happy. You kind of keep weighing things out. You can be very indecisive. But in this energy, it's asking you to step up and get control over the goals that you have for this family. So perhaps when you were perhaps you've been married more than once. And so you had a family with another partner. And you lost control, you weren't empowered in that particular family. So this is very reflective energy with Mercury being in retrograde. That's how you think. And for you, how you think is very stimulated by your ruler right now. And that's all Capricorn and Saturn based. So you're trying to get control over the way that you communicate and the way that you process your environment, the way that you're thinking about it. You're trying to find some way to get some control and gain the destined goal that you want for this particular endeavor that you're on. So you could want to buy a house in a certain area. And it could be an area that you have loved since you were a kid, right? So it could be something like that. It could be that, you had this really cool style when you were younger, or when you were in a previous relationship, you liked the house that you were in, or you liked these certain colors, you liked the way a house was decorated, or perhaps you went over and there was just like a friend's house or somebody's house that you liked, and you kind of want to start to make the appearance of your house kind of go toward that type of goal. That's very supported in this energy, as long as it's past-based. Now, remember, when Mercury's in retrograde, we don't want to be thinking of new concepts. They have to have some sort of past-based thought process about them. So you could be thinking about making the appearance of your home much more stimulating for you, much more associated with your taste. So perhaps you got together with a partner, or you combined your households and you had that partner's taste, because when you moved in there, it was your partner's house. So now you're starting to think, well, you know what? I want to make this part my house. And, this doesn't really, I don't really like the way that it's decorated. So you could be starting to communicate about things you want your home and family to be like, or the way that you want your home and family's house, or the place that you want to live, or the desired place that you want to live. Maybe you guys are talking about buying a vacation home and in this family, and you guys are trying to make a decision about it, because Venus is conjunct with Saturn, but they're in Sagittarian energy. So it could be about you guys taking your whole family, taking a trip to a desired area, right? And you're trying to communicate effectively about where you want to go with this family, where you've always wanted to take a family. And that can be very difficult for you because you like to make everybody happy. So you could be like having this dream of this place, this destined goal that you want to take your family to, that's something you've always wanted to do, that you're riding along the shirt tails of your partner because you're just trying to make your partner happy. Don't do that. That's the lower end of this. Remember, this is a new beginning. This is a seed about moving forward. This is about freedom of expression and freedom to be an individual in a relationship and to be supported equally for your opinion. So don't allow your opinion to be suppressed by the fact that you just want to be making your partner you're happy, and so you're afraid to stand up for what you want in particular relationships. Now, for some of you, this is going to be harmonious. If you go down this route, you are going to find that the flow of energy is exceptionally easy, which is going to be surprising for you. In fact, the fact that you want to stand up and start to change some things is going to be highly supported by your partner. This will be an unexpected thing for you because you're so used to being compliant to what everybody wants. Beautiful energy for that. I just encourage you to express yourself, because you're going to find that maybe this is just surprisingly easy. Now, in a low vibration, in a home and family situation, there could be a situation going on in the rituals that your family has. Perhaps you're busting your butt and your whole family is taking advantage of you. They know that you're a good provider, that you just work and work and work and work, and you'll work some more if it makes everybody happy, because you want to keep everybody happy, and you feel like you need to balance everybody. That is not supported. That's the negative vibration and energy. And you're going to find that it's not even realistic for you to achieve that, right? That's not healing energy. That is reopening a new wound that you've done it. If you look back at the past, it's something you've always done, and it's where you lose power every time. But it's why you can't let go of being that person that does that. That is completely something that you need to think about, because it's super important in this energy. So what you really need to do in this particular energy is you need to take a look at what types of rituals are in your families. If you're working in a negative vibration and you are going crazy right now, you're coming home, the house is totaled, after you just worked like an 8-10 hour day, and then you're going to come home and take care of everybody else because they can't seem to be nice enough to help you out around the house. You know what? You're going to communicate about it, and it's not going to go well. You're going to be explosive and combative in this energy, as it makes you feel like you're not valued. And if you start to feel like you're not valued, you do this weird little passive-aggressive attacks and mental manipulation to get what you want. Stop doing that. Be freaking forward. You set a goal for a family. You expect it. Make plans for success in your home and family environment. That is supported in this energy. Highly supported for you. If you are sitting there being a person that's just complaining, but not setting forward an action plan that's a goal for your entire family to live by, you're just coming home in a bad mood and being explosive, and they'd have no freaking clue why, because you're passive about what you want. because you're stuffing it and then you're just acting out in these weird ways, but you're not setting forth powerful goals to make a plan, a goal for the future to have success. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi, Scorpio. This is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for the new moon that's going to be in Capricorn. Now, exceptional energy for me to talk about with you, and I'm going to tell you why. Pluto is your ruler. It's conjunct the sun. They're both sitting in Capricorn energy, and Mercury is in Capricorn energy at the same time. They're all working together. Mercury right now at this point is in retrograde. So Pluto, your ruler, is conjunct with the new moon. So this is about thinking about some past space goals. This is about communicating effectively with some of your friends, with some of your family, your siblings, and this is also about communicating with people that are your romantic interests. This is a big area for you. Here's what I know about every Scorpio I've ever met. Communication, difficult. There's an intensity about you that can make people scared to communicate with you. So what this new moon is going to be about for you is to learn how to communicate, to learn how to express yourself about your goals without the intensity, without the passive aggressive ways that you like to communicate. This is about being point blank, not edgy point blank, not I'm pissed, I'm going to whip out my stinger, and I'm going to put you all in line type of communication. That's negative. That's lower vibration. It's about communicating what you want while you're in a good place. And that's not something you do all that much because there's a lot it's like your wheels are always turning in the depths of your head and you feel, and until you've worked it out totally, it's secret. It's a secret for you. How is anybody supposed to know what you're fracking thinking? I never knew. I was married to my husband for like 12 years. There's so much of that relationship, I didn't know what he was thinking. If I looked in his eyes, I could tell, but I had to be looking at him to be able to tell what he wasn't saying. That's just when he would lock and load on me, that there would be this weird communication that would happen intuitively, because I'm an intuitive and because we're fellow water signs. And so, but if we weren't together, I would have no idea what was going on. So communication, super important. So that is going to be setting the seed for the future. Also, what I see in this energy possible is perhaps many Scorpios are writers. There's such an intensity in them that they write out their thoughts, and that to them brings them much peace. So for you, it could mean that what you need to do is turn to your journals, turn to writing all of this out, and this is great, great energy for writers. Like actual writers. If you are writing a book, you could sit down, especially if this is a past-based idea, especially if you've been thinking about writing this book for some time, you've actually jotted down in some of your journals some of these thoughts. This is a great energy to actually express yourself fully and for it to just to flow out of you very, very easily. Wonderful energy, by the way, for that. So this is highly creative energy. This is the ability to pour yourself out and have it be authentic to what you desire the end result to be when you're writing. This is, if it's a past-based goal, and it can really, really be a future-based career life path destiny for you if you start on it right about now. Remember, we're planting a seed. This seed is in fertile ground right now in goal-oriented energy. So, as long as it's some sort of past-based goal, as long as it's something that you deeply desire and want, and there's enough emotional momentum for you to sit down and actually follow through on this particular energy, then you are going to find it highly supported. any creative energy that you have, any creative project, past-based endeavor, career, life path, destiny, goal, as long as it's, it's got that creative connotation about it, it is gorgeous in this energy and highly supported. And you're going to find that there's great healing as you're writing. It's going to take down the emotional intensity in you, especially if you're making any of these characters that you're writing about. If they're based on any portion of where a wound lies for you, this is great energy if you're trying to work through something internally. This is great energy to put it down on paper, create a character that has this wound, and write it out and make that person in the book the person that creates success in a goal later down the line. You find that you work through it mentally on your own as well. Remember that this is an area where it's how you think, how you interpret things. So if there's a partner, if there's somebody that you want to talk to, if there's a sibling that you want to realign yourself with, if there's a person from your past that you were attracted to, that you were romantic with in the past, but now you're not, great energy to reconnect in, by the way, super highly encouraged. And I believe that you can see that this is going to be somebody that you're going to have a long-term goal with. Negative vibration in this energy. You could be caught in a past-based fear. There could be a way that you're thinking that is, the wheels keep turning in the wrong direction. So you're creating emotional intensity in your current situation that's actually not even there anymore, because you're pulling in a place in you where you lose power. And so what you're doing is when you're communicating with others, or you're trying to start a relationship, or you're talking with family members, there's such an emotional intensity about you because you haven't worked through something mentally. So what you are caught in is a ritual right now. And a ritual where you take away your own power, where you are imprisoning your own self. So if say you're sitting here and you're like, oh, Ra, I'm really jazzed up. I've been thinking about that book and that's reminded me of it. And then you turn off my video and then you go sit down and you do some sort of ritual that takes away that emotional momentum. Because remember, this is in your mind. This is something that distracts you, something that delays your thinking. That happens a lot when Mercury's in retrograde. It's a delay in thinking, delays in communications, difficulty processing information, difficulty, pulling your thoughts forward and following them through. That can happen in the lowest vibration of Mercury retrograde energy. So you could be caught in this spiral, and the energy is it's so negative. It's so intense and so negative. And where Pluto takes you down to is despair and depression, and you're not processing everything right, and it's not a good area. So keep motivated, stay strong, write it out. This is great communication energy. Even though Mercury is in retrograde, and usually there can be delays in communication, sometimes that means you've got to reflect it. And this is about communicating by writing, right? It's about communication, by sitting down and thinking it through, maybe creating a structure while you're in all of this reflective energy for the goal that you want for this book. You can change anything when you're in a reflective state as long as you do it correctly. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette Astrology Cover, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next episode. Hi, Sagittarius. This is Annette with Annette Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for the new moon that is going to be in Capricorn. Now, this energy for you is going to be in a place where you are setting up what you want for your future. Very goal-oriented energy, but specifically what you value. If you're creating a goal and you are thinking about the end result of that goal, what is it that you value about attaining that goal? That is where your head is going to be at. So your ruler is in retrograde right now. So you are reflecting about, okay, perhaps there has been some opportunities and there has been missed opportunities. And they're work-based, career life path destiny-based. Or perhaps you had been thinking about a way to expand your current situation and you had lost emotional momentum. And now you're revisiting it, because anytime your ruler is in retrograde, you're revisiting this particular area of your life and reassessing it. And for you, all of this is going to be happening in where you're directing your career life path destiny, where you're moving forward. And Jupiter's trying to expand that area for you and show you where there's a possibility to create a success plan. Now, your ruler right now is conjunct with the North Node in Virgo energy. Super important that anything you do, you understand the magnitude of where it's leading you. This is ascension quality energy for you, specifically for you. So this is about getting you to be that role model, be that guide for others, show people how to move forward and be successful in energy. There's a lot being asked of you. And so it can be very difficult for you to understand just how big it is when you have so much trine energy. In fact, this whole month for you has been just delicious trine energy. So you may be lacking the emotional momentum to commit, to make a full commitment to these goals. Capricorn energy is commitment. It's commitment 101. That's all they when they lock and load, it's emotional commitment. It's their desire. They make a commitment to what they desire. They see the long-term goal, and they work and they work and they work diligently and very hard until they achieve that goal or that recognition that they desire. So that is okay with you. But let's face it, you're much more fun-loving and enthusiastic, and you have a very adventurous spirit. So sometimes when you have to diligently work at a goal and it's just hard and it's just forever and there's no payoff and it just doesn't seem like the opportunity, you can lose focus. And so that can happen in trine energy. It could just be such a harmonious flow of energy. You don't see the need to create emotional momentum in that particular area. So your ruler right now is trining the new moon, trining Mercury, and trining Pluto, all in Capricorn energy. Now, another energy source I think it's super important for me to make you understand is that Venus is in Sagittarius conjunct with Saturn in Sagittarius. Saturn rules Capricorn energy. So here's where I think it gets a little special. You get a nudge. I don't think you get a big shove from Saturn, but you get a nudge. You get a little spice added to this trine, which I think is helping you move forward. Gradually moving forward is good for you, unless you get super enthusiastic and then you're all about moving forward. But you do sometimes need that nudge to keep you interested. You can lose interest in things very easily, and you can change what you value quite easily. So in this energy, that's what we're looking at, is just we need to lock and load on what we value about an outcome, especially if it's past-based or relationship-based, right? Perhaps you just, you're being motivated by a relationship to walk with you on your journeys. And as they're walking with you, it's just such a beautiful time for you. You seem so understood. You seem like you are aligning yourself with your career life path destiny so easily. I think opportunities are coming to you a little bit easier than they used to. So I think you're feeling, it's just such a chill energy that I don't want you to lose the fact that this is beautiful, opportunistic energy. And if you can, with harmonious flow of energy in a trine, I want you to deeply understand that you can make beautiful change when you have such a beautiful flow of energy. Negative vibration in this energy, I don't have much to say to you. The only thing I can say is you're going to get a nudge. You're going to get a nudge in an area where you probably have lost power in the past. This definitely has something to do with your home and family. It could mean something that the way that you grew up, maybe you don't agree with. It was very closed-minded thinking. It was or maybe you had somebody that limited your belief systems, didn't understand you. Or maybe there's a family member that's trying to suppress this part of you wanting to expand in this direction. You're going to find that in this energy, that's the nudge that you need. You're going to look back, you're going to think about your past, you're going to be like, I'm not that person. I'm not like my dad. I'm not like my mom. I'm not like my family. You know, I'm completely an individual. I'm moving forward and I got to stay focused. That may be enough motivation for you to move forward and keep the harmonious flow of energy, all about creating long-term goals and success. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi, Capricorn. This is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for your new moon. The new moon is going to be in Capricorn, so lots of Capricorn energy stimulating you to step forth on some goals that you have. So we have Mercury in retrograde right now, right? That's the way you think and interpret your environment and how you communicate. We have the Sun and we have Pluto conjunct right now. That's all Capricorn energy, so that's what you desire, and that is how you stay empowered or how you follow through or the power that you wish to achieve in certain specific goals. And we also have Saturn, your ruler, in conjunct with Venus. So here's what we're doing. We're taking a look at our life as a whole, right? We have this, so we're highly reflective because, of course, we've got Mercury in retrograde, but we also have Saturn really reevaluating the structure, the goals, what you wish to attain, why you want to attain it. And you're also taking a look at the way that you're perceived, the way that you, some of the goals that you have for your outward appearance. And this is reflective energy. So this goes back to idealizing something about what you wanted in your past and creating goals to set up successful outcomes for the future. You're going to be very reflective. This is a lot of, you're processing a lot here in this particular new moon. This new moon is beautiful. It is being trined by Uranus. So to me, this suggests that there's a lot of support in your home and family to support you to create these goals, these outcomes that you hope and wish for your future. There is a lot of support if you want to revamp your appearance or change it, or to, or perhaps there's some sort of desire that you want to be, perhaps you can create enough foundation at home to get it. So let's say that you put on 10 pounds and you want to work out and, you know, you're done with the weight that you've gained. Your family or the people in your direct environment can be enough emotional momentum. They could say, okay, well, let's start a diet together. Let's all eat healthy together. You know, and you could find the enthusiasm there to support your goals quite easily. You also there could be, like, say there's a family member that you look like, and say you look like exactly like your dad, and you don't ever want to look like what he did in the future. You know, like as he got older, he, you know, stopped focusing on his appearance. He put on a bunch of weight, and, you know, he got really sick because of it. Perhaps you're starting to take a look at that and you don't want to turn out like that. So you're creating some goals that have something to do with the past, reflecting back on maybe there was, you know, a place that you wanted to go when you were younger, where you felt free, or that a place where your family went, where you used to love to go to. Perhaps you want to relocate yourself to be able to move to that place so that you could set up a structure and a foundation in a place that genuinely has everything that you like to do as entertainment within driving abilities. You don't have to fly there. That stuff, all of that is highly supported energy. This could be about real estate for you, buying something. There could be an unexpected opportunity in some ideal real estate for you that you really attach to and identify with. And so it's there's a strong possibility that, you could set up a powerful structure there. It could be a friend comes back from your past, and this friend that you have that was a family friend, this is somebody that you almost considered family, comes back and starts talking to you about setting up a business together, a home-based business. And remember, this stuff has a lot to do with your home, so perhaps that there's something having to do with your home. Perhaps you're redoing parts of your home, to set up this, or there's an event that happens that makes it no alternative for you but to have to change a part of your home, for you to be able to focus your energy on remodeling that aspect of your home to reflect who you are, personally. So you're starting to get this has to do with aesthetic looks, I'm not going to lie, because your ruler is conjunct with Saturn. And so it could have something to do with the appearance of you or the appearance of your home. But whatever it is, it's definitely synced with that. Negative vibration. Negative vibration, this energy is that, the way that you are thinking right now, you are thinking on a hypersensitive level. Anytime we spend a lot of time looking back at the past, especially if we're reflecting at all about childhood issues, past issues, perhaps a family member that took away your power in the past, because we're talking about all this Capricorn energy. We've got this new moon in Capricorn. We're trying to empower us to move forward. We're trying to break free from ties to the past, from where we lose power in the past, and we're trying to set powerful goals. Sometimes when we reflect, because we're in a reflective energy right now, Jupiter's in Virgo, it's in retrograde with the North Node conjunct. We also have Mercury in retrograde right now, conjunct with the Sun and Pluto. So perhaps there is something from the past that took away your power, and you want to implement a new goal to re-attain that power. Highly supported in this energy, but before you do, you revisit that painful wound from the past. That's highly possible in this energy. Don't let it stop you. Don't let it drag you down. This is about moving forward and staying healthy in energy. And as you revisit these painful parts of your past, for many of you, this is where old wounds lie. Understand it has a transformative quality about it. This is about finding a way to heal that wound, flush the wound, clean the wound, and then have it heal over, scar over in a good way so that we can move past it. But we do have to work through. We can't just deny that these wounds exist. We actually have to process where this wound lies. And then we have to move forward. And for some of you, that's going to definitely have something to do with home and family. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner. And I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi, Aquarius. This is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner. And this is your energetic reading for the new moon that's going to be happening in Capricorn. Now, your ruler is going to be squaring this event. And so Uranus and Aries is going to be squaring off with the new moon in this event. And we have the Sun and Pluto conjunct in this event. So you are diving deep. You are reflective in this energy. This new moon is about removing the past from the present. In order to do that, we have to sometimes revisit the past in order to flush out that wound, deal with all of the emotional baggage that goes along with that, places that we lost power, the main issue okay, so we had a goal, we didn't achieve the goal, where we lost power when we did not attain that goal. We have to deal with that in this energy in order to create the new beginning. Pluto energy is death. And a new moon is a beginning. So there has to be a death in order to create new energy. So we're removing old energy, stagnant energy, energy that takes away our power, and we're replacing it with a new beginning, empowering thoughts, and a new way to move forward. So the positive energy in this is I see a lot of harmonious flow of energy for you in focusing on your hopes, your dreams, and wishes that have something to do with the past for you. So this is big stuff. You're dreaming big. Friends are going to be key in this energy. And past friends that come back from your past that maybe contact you via social media. They throw you a text that you weren't exactly expecting, and you regenerate an old relationship that has the possibility of creating some empowering feelings, some new ideas in the way that you think about this very tender spot in your life. This friendship that comes back from the past can be quite unexpected. It could be a friend of one of your siblings that you always kind of liked from afar, and they start to come back, or your sibling introduces you to somebody who becomes your friend, who becomes something much more later down the line. That's highly supported and possible in this energy. Remember, this energy is goal-oriented energy. This is the end result. We're creating a goal for our future. We're planting a seed in soil that is fertile and that is lush and that has enough water and heat to make it manifest. In order for us to do that, we have to be practical. We have to be realistic. Capricorn energy is incredibly realistic energy. So when you are diving back into your past and you're thinking about where you lost power, where you did not attain a goal that you had really invested a significant amount of time and possibly even monetary aspects to it, like, money, or you had partnered in this energy, and when the partner dissolved, it dissolved some of your assets. It is really time to revisit who you trust and how you trust these people as well, the way that you think about your goals, how you individualize yourself and stay independent when you're starting to create goals for the future. Some of this has to do with, possibly for some of you, sibling type aspects to it. So for some of you, it could mean that you lost a little ground with a sibling, and now you're trying to manifest a new start, a new beginning, to try to create that relationship and get that relationship back on board. That can be highly possible in this energy. So where we lose ground, we lose energy in this, is if we get lost in the fact that we don't understand that an ending means a new beginning. I'm going to hit this home with you like you've never seen. Endings happen for reasons. It's a loss of power. It's stagnant energy. It's energy that is never going to manifest. And when we are focusing on negative energy, all we're attracting is negative aspects into our life. Where we really want to focus on is flourishing energy, invigorating energy, energy that has opportunity associated with it. And so that is new energy. So remember, wherever there's a loss, there's the potential for a new opportunity and a new beginning in your life. So this is about assessing what you value, who you invest in, why you invest in that person, what types of gains do you want to have when you are investing significant times in those particular types of goals, or that when you're investing time or money or whatever in that particular goal. Why are you doing it? What do you hope to attain? That is some really good past-based work to do. Remember that Mercury is in retrograde, that Jupiter is in Virgo, which is in retrograde. So it's great critical energy to really dissect out, why you didn't get that goal that you so deeply wanted to achieve. It does have the potential for beautiful energy. It's difficult energy to talk about and process, but where I know the energy lies is in the new beginning for you, because where there's an ending, there is the most delicious beginning for you. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological. Hi, Pisces. Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for the new moon that is going to be happening in Capricorn. Now, for you, your ruler is going to be squaring off in this energy with Venus, which is conjunct Saturn. Saturn rules Capricorn energy. So, Capricorn energy lies in your Sun and Pluto, both conjunct right now, and Mercury, which is in Capricorn, which is in retrograde, and the new moon is in Capricorn. So if you take a look at this from a large scale, you see how big it is that your particular ruler is squaring off in this energy. Now, something that I found kind of interesting for a while, for quite some time, you've had your ruler conjunct with Chiron in Pisces, and it has been healing, very invigorating energy, cleaning out old wounds. It's been conjunct for some time. It is now parting as of today. It will revisit every once in a while, but it is absolutely just, it's parting. The conjunction is starting to leave you, so you don't have Chiron healing qualities behind your ruler. So now it's about facing the reality. You had this wound exposed. You've been really dealing with and processing the reality of your situation, the limitations of the reality of some of your hopes and dreams. And Chiron was in there flushing out that wound, keeping you motivated. But now the reality is just reality. That can be very difficult for a Piscean as you are facing the fact that you know what you want. You're super excited. You're attaching to your hopes, dreams, and wishes. The creative energy is where you know you want to go. The difficult part of that is facing the reality, the nuts and bolts on how do you really make that dream come true, that hope, that vision for the future, that goal for the future. So you have all this creative energy right now. You've got Venus and conjunct with Saturn. It's talking about expanding your opportunities and your hopes, your dreams, and your wishes. Practically, this is not going to be, it's okay. So for some people, they just move to California to follow their dream to be an actor, right? Lots of Pisces are actors, actresses, and they don't think about, well, what are you going to do when you get down there? You know how long it's going to take you to get a job, possibly, when you do get down there? How are you going to set up your routines? If you're out there do you have a job that can support the fact that you've got to go out and you've got to, you've got to do the legwork that it takes to be an actor. And you've got to have the money to invest in all of the portfolios and the headshots and all the stuff. And I'm not an actor, so I don't know what all goes into it. But if you get what I'm trying to say, you have to have enough money. You have to be very practical about the fact that you need to support yourself to get your goal, right? And so that's Capricorn energy, realistic, practical thinking. This is about looking at what it's going to take to really make that goal happen. That's critical thinking, and that's not where the fun energy of a Piscean lies. They love to live in the dream and the fantasy, and they don't want to deal with the details. That's not where you feel energized. So the one thing I have to say about this is there is enough emotional momentum for this to be beautiful. The negative vibration in this energy is there is the practical thinking it sucks. And it can make you lose power in this energy. And that's going to be difficult for you to process as Chiron parts from Neptune. This is a new beginning on a long-term. The seed you plant has the possibility to generate long-term success, but you must be practical, realistic. If you're gonna look at this goal, you better see it for what it is, and the challenge, you have to face the challenge. There is a challenge associated with this. There's obstacles, there are delays and limitations. We are in retrograde energy. Those are all words you need to understand as you're moving forward. And it can be very hard to process that and just stay focused on that hope, dream, or wish. So I'm just going to encourage you. Focus on new beginning. Focus on planting that seed. Close your eyes every day, plant the seed, and you're gonna tend to the soil. You're gonna make sure it's nice and watered. That idea you need to keep motivated about. You need to stay optimistic about. But as you're processing the practical side of life, don't let it discourage you from your dream. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological